Now, I have to admit, I'm a classic car enthusiast. My car is a 1947 Citroën Traction, and much as I love it, I'd be the first to admit it's hardly practical everyday transport. It boils in traffic, it's got heavy steering, and it's very difficult to park in city conditions. So how would it be if you had a classic looking car equipped with modern running gear that kept up with everyday traffic and also satisfied current safety and emission laws? Not a new idea, of course, in the sports car field. Well, Morgan has been doing that for years, Panther tried it with the Calista, and Caterham are still very successful with the brilliant old 7. And here's another variation on the theme from a company called Marlin. Marlin's history goes back to the late 70s as suppliers of upmarket kit cars. But today they want to be regarded as manufacturers of brand new turnkey sports cars. So how does something like this compare to competition like the MGF or Mazda's MX-5? Well, in the first place, although it looks like a traditional sports car body mounted on a separate chassis, in fact this is a semi-monocoque design. It's a proper passenger safety cell with crushable front and crushable rear end. And under the bonnet, well, there's a surprise. Powering this Marlin Sportster is a 2.8 litre straight-six BMW developing around 190 brake horsepower and mated to a BMW 5-speed gearbox. In a car of this size and weight, that obviously means serious performance. Traditional bonnet locks, but very modern looking suspension, double wishbone and Ford hubs and components, and in here huge ventilated 4-pot caliper Ford disc brakes. At the back, Ford independent rear suspension with a chassis mounted differential and again ventilated disc brakes. So much for the technical side. How does it go? As you'd expect from fat wheels shod with ultra-sticky Toyo tyres, ultimate road holding is very high, but it's the ride that impresses. Smooth, relatively soft, none of the crashing from pothole to pothole you get in a Morgan, for instance. Steering is light and precise, and since you can watch the front wheel through a corner, you can place it to an inch. The power delivery is typically BMW, smooth power right up to the red line and lots of torque for relaxed cruising. You do get blown around a lot with the aero screens, but the car comes with a windscreen and hood if you so desire. The Marlin's very well built. It's a strong chassis and there's a pleasing absence of shakes and rattles. With the BMW engine, this one retails for a shade over £23,000, which is a lot of money when you consider what an MGF or an MX-5 costs. With the Ford 4-cylinder 2.3 litre engine, well, it comes in at under 20,000, and that makes a lot more sense. Against that, you get a car that can be tailor-built to exactly your own specification. You certainly won't see another one on the high street next to you, and if you're into weekend motorsport, well, this is the car for you.